Hi, I am Bree,
And I'm Paul.
and this is day 22 of the Sycamore Whiskey Club Advent Calendar.
3 days till Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
What's on your Christmas list?
Oh boy. I don't have a big Christmas list.
No?
No, I don't. I want to spend time with my family and
Yeah.
friends and just cook some good food and that's cool.
Love that.
Yeah, how about you? What's on your Christmas list?
I am really bad about thinking about myself and like what I want and
Sure.
what I need. And so it was actually my mom like called me and she's like, you need to give us some more ideas. And I'm like, oh no. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm kind of like you. Like if I can spend some time with my family and just like soak in like I don't know their little cherub faces while they're still I can pretend they're angels. I am good with that. I am really good with that.
Well, and I hope everybody out there who's watching this has a safe and a wonderful holiday with their friends and family because it is a special time and it's great to just stop and put things on pause and and just take stock for what you have and be thankful for. And speaking of that,
I think there's some people that are definitely on our whiskey club nice list
yeah, well,
this year.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Santa's going to be very, very nice to you guys this year. So I'd like to just give a shout out to Janet, who did basically, I mean, incredible amount of work and effort to put together this advent calendar. You got to remember, we did 50 of these, or she did 50 of these. That is 100. Hello, doggy. We're talking 1,200 pours, 1,200 individual pours, 1,200 little stickers, 1,200 little pieces of paper she had to cut out, 1,200 rubber bands, and then putting them all in and putting all the box. I know her husband Tim helped her as well, so thank you, Tim. But this would not have happened without those two and without her especially. She's been just fantastic. Also, I'd like to thank John and Rita, who a lot of people dropped off their bottles and they did a lot of sanitizing so that we don't get any funky growth and any weird thing growing in there. And so they took care of that. I'd also like to thank Manish and Yatin from Liquor and Wine, who procured, I don't know how much, but a lot of the bottles.
I glanced at the list that Janet provided us ahead of time. We did get an advanced calendar. We had an advanced list just so we could start doing some of these, background things. And she highlighted every single bottle that Liquor and Wine procured for
Yep.
us, and it was overwhelming. The overwhelming number of bottles that they procured for us it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, and they've been absolutely fantastic to work with. So we just got to give them a shout out.
They are great partners.
Absolutely. And then there's also the partners who I know, like Lundine's had a bottle. We had the Double Oaked, if you remember that.
The Angel's Envy was a Lundine's pick.
Yep.
Yep.
So thank you to them. And then just more generally, I just want to thank everybody who's done events for the club or who has just organized or brought name tags, Barb, right, to the events, or brought forks or napkins or all of that, because without all of that help, I mean, we would be doing nothing. We'd be just chilling in our basement, right? And so it's been wonderful. So thank you to everybody who's helped out over the year, and you know how you are. Mark Cerny, I want to give a special shout out to. He not only does he do our drink local events, but he did all of our merch, which is an incredible amount of work. And then, without, we have to thank both you and Matt for doing these wonderful videos. I mean, I gave you like, we got to do this, you got to do this, right? Because it's so much fun, and I'm honored to be on here, and I'm grateful, and thank you very much for doing this. I know it's fun. I communicate with people like, did you see their event today? Or did you see their video? Oh, it's so great, and like, oh, what did you think of this? And it's just great. So thank you guys for doing this. I know it's a lot of work, and we appreciate it.
We have a lot of fun doing it. It is a lot of work, and it is, the most like it's a lot of time and it's a lot of drinking. So I do tend to do like dry January now because I need a break with all of the other stuff. But it was a joy last year. It was a joy this year. no promises on your number 3, but we'll see what happens. And it might just need to be a little bit more community. I hope having some special guests on that kind of breaks the barrier a little bit. Um, Matt has said that if we do it again, he will not be drinking, which means I need a lot more volunteers to step up if it's going to happen. Um,
I'll volunteer myself for next year if you want to
all
do it.
right.
I've had a great time, and so
Perfect.
thank you for doing this. So
Well, without
right.
further ado, it is, I think, namely a community day, which is appropriate for us thanking everybody in our community. And like you say all the time, it's not just you. It's like the club is like everybody, right? Like we tend to, I think, put you a little bit on a pedestal here because you started it. You are a ringleader.
Sure.
But a community day brings everyone together. So I
Absolutely.
love that today is a community day.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's break it in.
I don't know if you can tell on the. It is light.
So light.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a Scotch,
Right.
which it leads me. I said, um, I'm surprised we didn't have more Scotch or more Irish or Japanese thrown in there. I just, that's just kind of how it
I
is.
would love it. It's just hard, right, to do more Japanese whiskey, but it's one of those things I think in the US it's a little bit harder to come by. But it
Maybe for next year.
maybe for next year. I know what I have tasted because Matt is a little bit more into the Japanese stuff than why I am. Like it has been some fantastic pours. So
All right.
all right.
Dig into it.
Yeah. It's Scotch.
Absolutely.
That is
Ooh,
and a little peaty too.
just a hint, not a
Not a
ton.
lot,
No.
but like you can smell like that classic Scotch peatiness is there.
A note that I get out a lot of Scotches. So my range of my descriptors is very small for Scotch because I'm not a big Scotch guy.
Mhm.
I do enjoy it, and I cut my teeth back in the day on Scotch, but I get a lot of apple juice and appley notes and pears as something that I often smell. When I smell Scotch, I go apple pears.
I can see that. I can see that. And I think of more summery notes when I smell scotches too. Partly, I think because it is so light, it almost looks like apple juice, right? But scotches don't get a lot of those heavier, darker notes, and that's what draws me to bourbon because I love those.
Exactly.
Love
Yep.
those.
Yep.
But I think there's a spot for scotch too.
Absolutely. I think, remember yesterday, I was getting some of the sort of strawberry and orange blossom
Mhm.
notes. I'm getting that in spades on this. It
Okay.
is floral and just bursting
Yeah.
with flowers and juicy, a juicy fruit, like a honey crisp apple, where it's just crispy and uh, sweet.
I can see that, especially you say like a juicy, like a crisp, like I just like bit into something right off the orchard.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I'm walking through, I picked something off the tree.
You know what's interesting is I smell less peat now. Like when I first had it, it was like peat, and now I don't get any of it.
It's gone.
It's gone,
It's
isn't it?
gone. It's all fruity.
It's all fruit, juicy fruit. Am I old? Am I older? I don't know how old you are.
I know.
But you know what juicy fruit is with the stripes?
Yeah.
It's I get a little bit of that.
We referenced it a few days ago.
Oh, did you?
Matt and I did. I don't think that video is out yet at this taping.
Okay.
But we were referencing that and we were going through all of those different gum types. But yeah, that is what this smells like.
It's in there. Yeah, it's absolutely in there. It smells really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Are we ready?
Let's do it. Ooh,
A little bit of peatiness. This is not overly peaty though.
I like that a lot. Milk chocolate again. Very the chocolatey. Wow. Very the chocolatey.
Mm.
You know what that means?
No,
Very the chocolatey.
I don't know what that means. But it's fine. I mean, it's lovely. It is maybe one of the longest finishes that I've had in this calendar. Like, it's like I'm still going after that first sip. I'm not even ready for my second because it just keeps, it's the Energizer bunny
I agree.
of length.
And what note did you get out if you had to pick a note, or you want to go for a second sip?
I think I want to go for a second sip
Sure.
because like it just kind of bounced around my entire mouth there and I was just a little shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the peat starts, but then it drops off very quickly,
Very.
very quickly. And then it goes into like, I get what you were saying with some of those chocolate notes, but it would be like if you like dipped a pear like in a chocolate fountain or something like that.
Maybe
Like,
Nutella, almost hazelnutty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It very, very light throughout. So easy to drink.
Oh, proof maybe.
102.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say 90. I was gonna say 90.
I'm going 102 because I've been proofing so low the entire time.
So now you're just gonna up it?
I'm just gonna up it.
Yeah,
102.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
That is really good.
I am not a Scotch drinker. At least I don't think I am. Maybe I am. Eric keeps telling me that I need to go over there for a Scotch tasting, that he has things that he wants me to taste.
He's got some tasty stuff.
Yeah, and it's like maybe I really need to do this because this is really lovely.
Yeah, it's very clean tasting too. I think some of the bourbons, I mean, even though I love them, some of the oaky, tannic, dark fruits, they get not muddy, but they're just heavy. This is like a clean and bright, but yet still has some body to it and some viscosity and some oiliness that I really like. I'm loving the body.
And it's not terribly leggy at all.
No.
Like it's but it has a great a little bit, yeah.
But
It does have a great mouthfeel to it. Like
It does.
the viscosity on this is very nice, even if it's not showing up in the glass. Okay, so we went over proof. What was the other things that we go over? Rating, right?
Ooh. Wow.
I'm not a Scotch drinker, but do I want it on my shelf? Do I not? I don't know.
I would reach for that.
Yeah.
I would reach for that. I think there's the hazelnut, Nutella, chocolatey notes balanced with, I think, the pear,
It's
just dipped in. Yeah, like the. Have you ever had those? I think they're made by Kinder, where you have like the Kinder, the dipping.
Kids love those.
There's some of that in there,
Yeah.
right? There's some of that in there that I'm really digging. So I would give that, and for me, an 8.3, which for me is a lot. I don't think I've given anything in this whole calendar an more than 8.5. So that's where I'm kind of thinking, which is very, very good for me. 8.3. Fantastic.
Okay. I'm somewhere between 7.5 and 8.5. And it's really like, do I want it on my shelf or don't I type thing? Like, it's like right. So I guess maybe I'm a solid 8.
Solid 8.
A solid 8 because it's just like, it's right. It's right there for me. I don't know that I would go and reach for it.
Okay.
But I can appreciate that this would be a really great option on my shelf. And I think it's a really great example of a Scotch that I would enjoy.
So why would you not reach for it? What's it missing? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a fair question, but you know what I mean? Like or is it just Scotch?
It's just Scotch, right? Like I like some of those, like I said, I don't know if I said it in this taping or a previous taping. I like some of those darker notes, right?
Yeah.
I like the oakiness. I like the almost like the darker caramel.
Yep.
I like the dark chocolate. I like the dark cherry notes, the jammy notes, like all of that stuff. I really, really enjoy that.
Yep.
And it doesn't have that, but I could also see where I could journey down Scotch and really, really appreciate it.
So
maybe I need to drink Scotch in the summer and bourbon in the winter. I don't know.
Maybe. And a lot of Scotches are 80 to 90 proof, so they're a little bit easier to have in the hot summer.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe for that, maybe I'll do my proof down to 95.
Okay.
Because it is so it is easy to drink.
It's very easy to drink. All right, price.
Mm.
Okay.
Knew I was missing one. Price.
So
Scotches are not as pricey as bourbon.
oh, I think they are. I think so because you have to age them longer. I mean, I don't buy a lot of scotches. I'll be honest. I would. I mean, I think a 12-year Scotch is. I was told so. Somebody who knows a lot more about bourbon and whiskey than I do said you can kind of take the age of Scotch and cut it in half, and that would be analogous in bourbon. All right. So if it's a 12-year Scotch, it's like a 6-year bourbon. I mean, in a sort of a just maturation, that sort of sense. So, so like a 30-year would be like a 15-year, but a 30-year, you go pay a lot of money.
I remember, again, I don't remember who, I don't know when or what. I'm sure I had a few drinks in me when they said it, right? But it was 10 years, or I'm sorry, 10, no, how was that? Hold on. Pause. For every year aged, $10.
Oh yes, for bourbon.
For bourbon.
Yes.
So if it's a 6-year bourbon, they're like the standard would be $60.
Yep, that's legit.
That's kind of like the guideposts, right? So if you're seeing a 6-year bourbon and it's $130, that's a really expensive bourbon. Like,
unless there was some special age like ice wine or some sort of Hungarian, white wine port cask something. Right. Yeah.
And I don't know what that rule is for Scotch.
I have no clue.
So we're talking about then like we're importing it to the US.
Well, let's just say, I mean, what would you be happy with? I think if I paid $70 for that, I'd be okay with that.
I'd probably be at 50 to 60.
50 to 60?
Yeah. I'm below you now.
Yeah. But man,
there's no off-putting notes.
No.
Like it's so easy. And I have to be careful because I know Matt wants to drink this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, this is in his calendar too, so we're good.
I would say that. Well, I'm gonna guess that this is more expensive than we think too. I'm gonna bet that's a pretty nice bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's so clean and bright and just good. So
it's very bright.
Let's look at it.
Okay.
I can't wait. Here we go. You said proof. I said what? 92? 90? 92?
Yeah. You said something like that. I said 95. Oh my gosh.
80 proof. That's why it's easy drinking.
Yeah. In Speyside, Scotland. Speyside?
Speyside, yep.
I am not Scottish. Scotch whiskey matured in bourbon seasoned oak barrels. And again, we did not know it was Scotch going in. We just assumed it was a Scotch based off of the color and the nose and the tasting notes. It was
not surprising.
It was very, very obvious. Matured in seasoned oak casks. So now it's like, do we get any of those bourbon notes in there?
Well, maybe that's where the chocolatey kind of pear dip stuff comes in. Because if it were in old port or old sherry, you'd get more of the
jammy.
Yep. No, I think that's fantastic. And I've had Glenrothes before, and it's not an expensive bottle. No, I think it's like a $50 bottle. Or I mean, it's not. If I remember correctly, I'll have to look.
I mean, for $50, I would put it on my shelf. So maybe for $50, maybe I up it to 8.5.
Yep. I think that's a solid pour. That's a very good pour. Nice, especially for people who aren't much Scotch drinkers. Yeah. I think that's a very bourbon-friendly pour, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put that in there because it was kind of bourbon-friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a very easy drink.
Yep.
Well, Sláinte.
Sláinte. Prost. That's
wonderful.
Very good.
Wonderful.
It's good.
Did you want to sip, babe?
Oh, do it.
Well, you can tell it's a Scotch.
Yeah.
Like you smell it, you're like, Scotch.